kalahati ng pera.
Ayaw niyo pagkatiwala sa akin.
Matalinong tao.
Sinasama niya ako sa Key West. Naisip ko
Do you love reading your horoscope? Then you're going to really enjoy discovering all the secrets to your love life based on your zodiac sign. Let astrology give you an insight into your romantic life. It might even help you on the dating scene or make your relationship stronger. If this is your first time visiting our channel, hit the button to subscribe. Now prepare to learn a lot more about yourself with these fascinating insights into your love life based on your zodiac sign. Keep watching to discover which sign is the most passionate of all. Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. Go on, Leos, admit it. You just love being the center of attention, and that can work just great for you in the dating game, as potential partners sure do notice you. Like the sun that represents your sign, you feel like the center of the universe. You're confident and theatrical, so making the first move is no problem for you. Your warm, funny personality wins everyone over. Although it can be the case that everyone in your immediate circle sees you as a sibling or a best friend, so you sometimes need to cast the net further to catch a mate. As a fire sign, it's no surprise that you're passionate in your romantic life and loyal too. When you do get into a relationship though, it's worth trying to rein in that self-assurance a little. It can become a bit overbearing, and your partner needs to have a love of drama too, otherwise it could become a sticking point. But if they love massive displays of affection and are happy to be a part of a power couple with you, then you'll be a match made in heaven. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. As a Cancer, you're all about the feels, and you're one of the most loving of all the signs. You're a typical water sign, all emotional and sensitive. But there's a caveat. Like the crab that represents you, there's a hard shell around your tender heart. If someone's into you, then they have to work really hard to break down the barriers you put up. You're defensive and take things personally, so you can be easily knocked. Once a suitor has broken through your tough exterior though, with a consistent and steady approach, they'll find a soft center inside full of nurturing generosity. Trust is really important to you, and once someone has earned your trust, you're loyal to the end. You really commit and build a strong bond with those you love, and you really open up to those you care for, showing them your true feelings. To make your romantic life easier, try not to be too sensitive and try to be trusting when someone says they're into you. It'll make your love life much easier. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgo, you don't need us to tell you that you're super analytical. You're very aware of your traits. Your methodical nature means you approach relationships with practical considerations about compatibility. This careful approach in your shy nature can make it hard for you to find a partner, but when you do get into a relationship, you're loyal and loving. You don't go in for huge romantic displays, preferring logic and organization, but you are big on kindness and reciprocity. You are a dedicated partner who is happy with the simple things in life, not expecting or wanting grand gestures. You work hard at your relationships even though you can feel insecure. While your critical thinking is one of your strongest points, it can be an issue in your love life. Try not to let your quest for perfection make you too critical or judgmental of your partner. Meet them at their level and don't set yourself up for disappointment by holding them to your intense, high standards. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Hey you Aquarians, you need your space, right? You love to be independent and free, but this can sometimes come off as being aloof or distant. You certainly don't wear your heart on your sleeve, and you can come across as mysterious. This means it can be hard for others to get close to you, but once they earn your trust, you care for them deeply. support them, and stay loyal. You're also the most humanitarian of all the signs, so you care deeply about the people too, and the greater good. You're attracted to someone who is into egalitarianism like you are, and you can hold an intellectual conversation. You can be eccentric at times, and you're certainly original, so your kind of date is often unconventional and unique. That's because you think outside the box. When in a relationship, it's worth trying really hard to communicate your need for independence to your partner, so that they understand your position and don't get hurt by any aloofness that follows. Your partner will need to understand that you need your alone time. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorn, you're definitely hard to please. You're picky, but you're fine with that because you know what you want and you're not about to settle for anything else. You've got high standards and you expect any potential partner to come to you with something that's going to impress. As the most serious sign, it's no surprise that you've got a no-nonsense approach to dating and romance. But once you find the right person, your patience means you should be able to enjoy a peaceful relationship free of dramas. You like traditional dates and you're practical and responsible, but this can sometimes go a little too far. You don't have to wear the pants or be in control all the time. Let your other half have a turn now and then. It's great to lighten up a bit and allow some spontaneity in. You might have a tendency to be a little cold, particularly if you're feeling vulnerable, so try to keep an eye on that. Accepting your partner's flaws and imperfections will help improve your relationship. No matter what your zodiac sign, keep watching to learn about all of the signs, as you'll discover a lot about potential future partners too. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Venus is your ruling planet, Libra, so it makes sense that you adore beautiful things and romance. It's fair to say that you spend your life searching for love, and once you find it, you're totally dedicated. You simply adore love, but this can make you a serial monogamist, never wanting to be out of a relationship, even when the relationship isn't so great. That's because you're definitely not a fan of conflict. You avoid confrontation at all costs, which can mean unscrupulous partners might mess you about, or because you don't express your true negative feelings, it can turn into passive aggressiveness. Sure, it's no surprise that Librans want balance and harmony. After all, your symbol is the scales, but it's important to stand up for yourself and be honest. It's great to be gracious, peaceful, gentle, and soft, but there's a time for being strong too. Try not to put yourself down, worry about disappointing your partner, or always think you're in the wrong. You're charming and creative, and being honest and speaking your mind is a good thing. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. As Taurians like a steady life, you're the sign most likely to want to settle down. Even though you're practical and logical, that doesn't mean you're not romantic. Quite the opposite, in fact. Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of beauty and love, so it's no surprise that those born under this sign love romance and sensuality. As a reliable and patient partner, you're a great bet for a long-term, stable relationship. You're keen to please your partner and you exude positivity, confidence, and happiness. One area that you might want to work on in your love life as a steadfast Taurian is your inclination to stick to your own ideas. Like the bull that represents you, you don't like to budge from your position. That makes it even more important to bear in mind that flexibility and compromise are key factors in relationships, and it's worth making sure that your tactile, committed nature doesn't tip over into clingy territory. When you do break up with a partner, you've no doubt made a very practical pros and cons list to help you decide. Aries, March 21st to April 19th. You're so independent, you're quite happy not being in a relationship, and when you do get serious with someone, it can come with a few dramas along the way as you're so strong-willed. You love confrontation and you're not a big fan of compromise, so your relationships often involve intense arguments. You're prone to moodiness and your impulsive behavior can sometimes be a turnoff for potential partners. But you're straightforward with it and uncomplicated. Your intensity translates into the way you love as well, and you're very passionate. You don't mind a public display of affection or two. You're brave like your ram symbol, confident and happy to take risks. So your partner can expect some exciting adventures, which is no surprise as the planet of action, Mars, rules your sign. You're picky about who you date, but you're always on the lookout for a potential partner. Once you've found the one, let them take the lead now and then, and allow them to make some of those important choices. They'll love you all the more for it. That sounds like a pretty passionate sign, right? But just you wait, there's even more to come later. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. As a Gemini, you're looking for excitement and adventure in your love life. This makes you really attractive to potential partners, as does your easygoing, chatty, upbeat nature. You can bet a Gemini is going to arrange a fun date. This desire to always be on the go can make it more difficult to settle down, however. You'd probably prefer to be out playing crazy golf than sitting on the sofa watching TV. That's fine if your partner is the sociable type too, but it can spell trouble further down the line if you're not willing to slow down enough to let someone get to know you on a deeper level. As a Gemini, you can also get bored, and your curiosity can make you feel restless in a long-term relationship. This can lead to a rocky romantic life. Of course, the twins represent Gemini, so there are two sides to every Gemini. A more serious side joins this fun-loving side of yours too. Try to watch out for your indecisive and inconsistent nature, making your relationships more complicated, and keep your eyes open to those who are right in front of you. Geminis often end up with someone who started out as a platonic friend. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Your daring, adventurous, and curious nature makes you Sagittarians fascinating to be around. But it can also mean you break hearts along the way, as your free-spirited traveler attitude means you might not stick around too long. You will commit though when you find a partner who gives you the freedom to do your own thing and explore, and who will go on adventures with you too. You don't have any lack of offers, as you are sociable and fun-loving. Your incredible sense of humor and charm attracts potential partners, but your open-minded friendliness can cause issues too. You're keen to stay friends with exes, but your current partner might not be on the same page, so watch out for jealousy rearing its ugly head. You know that you're dedicated to your partner, however, and will do anything for those you love. Your easygoing confidence and desire to see the best in people is a wonderful thing, but it can set you up for being walked over by less scrupulous people. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. If you're born under Pisces, you're probably a sensitive soul who loves deeply and intensely. You are selfless, compassionate, and love to help others, so you give a lot in a relationship. This can sometimes backfire though when you're with someone who takes advantage of your good nature. You might find you're cheated on again and again, as you can be blindly loyal and you often take back partners. Search instead for someone who can fully support you in your gentle, kind ways. Make sure they're worthy of your trust and that they're happy to hear you express your emotions constantly. You love to be with a partner that you can learn from and who you can grow with through life. You love romance too, which pairs well with your artistic interests. Try to stay in control of your deep emotions and resist the urge to swim in the opposite direction, like your symbol of the fishes, when you feel overwhelmed. With a committed and caring partner, you'll both have the dedication to build a solid relationship. Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. And finally, for the most passionate sign of all, sensual Scorpio. You old romantic you. The Scorpio style of romance is ultra intense, which fits your passionate nature. Your powerful vibe, like the scorpion that represents your sign, can be totally bewitching to new partners. Just be careful that your tendency towards this strength doesn't switch over to control issues, obsession, or power struggles. You like to satisfy your partner in every way and have a reputation for being excellent on the physical side of things as well as the romantic side. It can be difficult for potential partners to approach you though, as you can be suspicious and skeptical. You can also find it hard to trust, and you can be stubborn as anything. But once you do let go of that caution, you're loyal to a fault. You want a serious relationship because even though you're very sociable and have lots of friends, sometimes you can feel alone even in a big crowd. When you fall in love, you fall hard, and you do everything to ensure you take care of your partner. You like to talk out any issues and fix any problems by getting deep into it. Do you identify with your own zodiac sign? Or does another one describe your love life better? Let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching!